Hi, Jared Close here, coming to you with another blog or vlog, which is a video blog. What's on your agenda today? Mine? Well, I'm excited. Today I'm going to tell you all about what's coming up in 2017. I hope 2017 has really been off to a flying start for you. For us it has. We have been flat out. What we're going to do this year is bring together something we haven't done before, which is a series of online webinars. Why are we going to do this? It's going to be able to educate and interact with customers through a product we have just purchased called Webinar Jam Studio. What does that allow you to do, you might ask? Well, it really simple. It allows us to have the same interaction with you as a client without you having to take time out of your day for us to be spending time with you. We're still going to be doing that where we need to and it's important. But of course, to get the basic stuff or basic information across, you don't have time to be running to several meetings or coming to seminars that we're holding or coming across town to meet us or for us to meet you. Life's too busy these days to be doing that sort of stuff, and the technology is there, so we thought, hey, let's give it a crack. Let's have a sneak preview at what we've got in the production line for 2017. Okay, we've come up with 3 webinars to launch in the near future. They're coming to completion, but getting the content right is a really big job. The first one we're going to roll out is understanding how cyber threat can be fatal to your business. And mark my words, indeedy, it can. Your business security is just so important these days. The old virus scanners where the old viruses where a virus scanner would pick them up and delete them from your system. They just do not cut the mustard anymore. Why, you might ask? Really simple. The viruses are getting smarter, and what they do now is they trick you, and they trick anybody that's on your network to opening content that they think it's from somebody they know. And once you do that, bang, you have infected your whole network. And not only your network, these things are so smart that they can find any device hooked to your computer, including your backups, and encrypt them as well. That's what we call crypto lockers and crypto wall viruses. They're fatally dangerous. They are just really bad, and there is really no way you can protect against them. Some of the new vendors, they are coming together to fight these threats, but mark my words that the people that put these things together, they're always in front. They're coming up with new ways to do these things. The really sad thing about these things is that your staff unknowingly could be your biggest risk in your business when it comes to this stuff, because they could be opening an email from somebody that they know. That email could contain the time bomb that will just lock down your server. They could be looking at a Facebook post within your office, and there is a picture of somebody I know, and as soon as I tap on it, I've just infected my network. It's really bad. Some really shocking statistical information is floating around now to say that 60% of small companies that suffer a cyber attack will be out of business within 6 months. You think about that. Every business that gets attacked by one of these unfortunate things, by somebody that has been tricked, only 40% of them will survive. Or that's what the statistics are saying. The next webinar we're going to come to you with is how safe is your investment, and we're going to be running these seminars hand in hand or at similar times so that you can pick which seminar you use. Your investment in this case is your data. Your data is your business. You do not have data, you do not have a business. Your data is your lists of clients. That is your accounting information. It is the amount, it is the records of how much money people owes you. It is customer records. It is customer files. It is quotations. It's the ability for people to do commerce with you. It's your point of sale. Compromise security of your data in the business. Compromise security of your data is critical to your business, and if it's gone, so is your business. Leading on from that, we're going to talk about the different types of backups, because if you are unfortunate enough to get a disaster in your business and your data is compromised fully or in any way that prevents your business functioning in its full, we need to work out where your backups are, do they work, and have they been tested? And let me tell you from experience and where I've seen what I've seen with other businesses, the time to be finding out your backups don't work is not when you need them. So that is a part of what our business continuity is, or our discussions with business continuity with you are about. They're to make sure that you have a robust backup system. They're to have the discussion with your IT people, or whether they're on staff or whether you contract them. And it's the ability to test it so that you have peace of mind to know that if you need it, that investment is insured, because that's what backups are. And lastly, within this discussion or in this webinar, we're going to talk about return to production costs, which is simply a measurement of how long it takes you to return your business to production, because you do not want staff sitting around that cannot work. You do not want customers to come into your business and find that they can't do commerce with you. So we need to make a measured response to that so that we understand and so that we know the system works. So, essentially this webinar is going to talk about, have you analysed the cost to your business, cash flow and reputation if a cyber crime was to attack you? You do not want staff that you're paying sitting around that can't work. You do not want customers coming into your organisation, or you do not want any inability to deliver what you do as a business. And this goes across all small business. And there are things that can happen with cloud-based software in terms of access to cloud. There's all sorts of things that we talk about with that. And I talk about things like DHCP and DNS and things that make your network run, that give you the ability to access the cloud outside, and returning those systems to your network so that you can access your cloud services. One other initiative that we have come up with is a thing called Webinar Wednesdays. Now, what is that, you may ask? A Webinar Wednesday is, funnily enough, something that happens on a Wednesday, but we're not going to do it every Wednesday. We're going to gauge what the audience like. Recently on our website, we've been doing a series of blogs, and the blogs are stories that we share that we've seen happen, industry news, information that we get off all sorts of people, and we put up there, and we allow that information to be seen by our clients so that people can get onto our blog sites and learn. And we're starting to form a bit of a community out of it. People are turning to our blog sites to not only find information, but they might read a blog and say, I remember Fusion were talking about this, where can I find it? Pretty simple, at www.fusiongroup.online and search our blogs, and if it's in there, you will find it. So our idea is that we're going to pick on 3 blogs to put together in a webinar. We're going to publish that information out to you so you can say, well, I'm actually interested in that. And more importantly, we're going to keep the webinars on topic and to 15 minutes so that you can take time out of your day to actually look at them and know what they're about. And if they're not of interest to you, don't do them. But 15 minutes isn't a lot of time considering the amount of stuff that you might learn. And last of all, it's a part of our online Fusion online community. It is getting people into a room, opening up a discussion and exchanging ideas and comments. And we haven't done it in an online format before, but we've certainly held forums where we've got customers together and people together, and we've talked about topics, and it's really insightful for other businesses to see how other businesses are doing stuff. So that is the philosophy behind this. Keep it short and sweet. That's our Webinar Wednesdays. Basically, it's to share thoughts, information and how-tos, and just get everybody chatting and share ideas. And lastly, the last thing I wanted to talk to you about today was our new business continuity and risk level assessment, which is now done online, which we're really happy about because it can bring the cost to you down, because we don't have to deploy as many resources as we used to traditionally to do it. Traditionally, we would end up in your business, you would contact us, we would come and visit you. It would be a lengthy process to discuss a heap of questions and get to know what's going on in your business and assess your business systems. And then we would come back and we would write a report on that, and we would come back to you and say, this is where we need to do some work, and this is where you're cool, and this is where we probably need to plan in the future, and then you'll be tickety-boo. But the fact that we can now do it online, as I said, is really, really exciting for us, because it means that we can service more customers. It means that we can offer a cleaner and better service in the way that we deliver it. And basically, all you have to do is answer somewhere in the vicinity of 40 to 50 questions, which you would have anyway. And it takes no longer than 5 or 10 minutes, and we make some assessments on those answers that you've provided, and we give you a ring and we say, we have to talk, or we don't have to talk, or we have some ideas on this, or you are doing really well. It's we're excited about it. You can tell. You can see the passion that we have for it. As a part of that, once you do your online interactive survey, we'll come back to you with, as I said, what it is that you may need to do. It's easy to do. It's secure. It's painless. It takes no time at all, and you can actually sit in your own office and do it. And maybe with your IT people. We aren't IT people, so we don't understand how your IT structures and setups occur. What we do know is what it means to have a risk in a business and business continuity. That is our specialized field, and to work with IP people to do that. You know, to be honest, with today's cyber threats, this is a process that any business owner cannot afford to do, because if you don't make these assessments and at least deal with some of the questions that this thing puts to you, you could be putting your business at a big risk. And you do not want to be one of those 60% of people, and you do not want to be one of those people that find out your backups just didn't quite work how you thought they were because you hadn't checked them right in the middle of needing them. That's what we've got coming up this year at Fusion. I'm so glad you joined us, and hopefully you got something out of this session. Stay tuned and we'll be in touch. Hey, how can you find us? Really, really easy. In fact, it's www.fusiongroup.online. Head over to our website. On our front page, click on the little button you can see there, and that can take you through to a contact form, or scroll down the page to our footer. More contact options there, including a contact us web form. You can book now directly to our schedule and calendars, or go straight to our social feeds. All of our social feeds have our blog posts and little bits of snippets of information. And while I'm talking about our blog posts, please subscribe. They've got all of the great information in there, which you can find at our website. Simply go to Information and Blogs and Archives, or you can chat live now. If we're around, we'll answer your questions straight away, or simply email us. Really simple way to get onto us, and we look forward to seeing you.